All right, welcome back. This is Bobby McLean. I'm doing the reflection part. Just got done with the actual assignment where we did the focus group. We discussed professional development, some of the needs, and some of the thoughts and opinions. And I plan to take those questions and answers and now give it to my superiors, the assistant principal and principal, and basically just give that information to them and let them have some more information about what our teachers feel here at the school is needed, what they'd like to have as far as professional development. A few of the questions that I want to go through real quick for the reflection part regarding the agenda. Number one, the agenda was pretty straightforward. I mean, I went into the focus group with the questions that I wanted to ask. I felt like really I wanted to base it off the flow of what was going on, and so what some of their input was, and I was able to do that. We started off with some basic questions, and then as they answered and brought up some different topics, I had some follow-up questions that went along with that. So I felt like the agenda really was followed pretty well. The whole objective of it, obviously, like I stated in the beginning, in the introduction video, is just to get more information about what they thought. When you do a focus group, it's all about having, getting input and getting their opinions and views on things. And so I felt like we were able to do that. Several things that I took away. Number one, time management. Here at our campus, our principal is pretty strict on, starting on time, ending on time, and so I tried my best, and I feel like we were able to do it. We were able to start on time within a couple of minutes of what I told them that we would, and then we were able to finish very, very close to the projected finish time as well. So time management went well. The communication, I feel like it was very clear, and even looking at the survey results at the end, when I gave the survey, the feedback that I got based on communication, time management, was all good and positive. Tried not to waste any time and communicate clearly with my questions and in my responses. The collaboration piece was huge. We all collaborated together. I feel like just overall it was a really effective focus group because we had a real meaningful discussion. So the collaboration piece was there. Listening, relevance. I took notes, tried to take some detailed notes during it. I felt like that went pretty well as well. All of the questions, most of the questions were right in line with where I was going, and the responses were pretty much on target in terms of the relevance. They all spoke, about real-life meaningful things that were right on topic, with the questions. So all good feedback that I can now take back to my, my principal. So looking at the Gibbs reflective cycle, some of the things that went well. I think, number one, the teachers that I selected, that was a really, really good choice by me, just getting the appropriate teachers in there. I was able to get one teacher from each content area, which I thought was good because, they bring their own opinions on things. And so pretty important to have a variety of that. Another thing that went well was the cohesiveness of everybody in the meeting. Everybody really was able to share quite a bit. They were able to give some feedback. I felt like there was a positive energy in the focus group, and people were really enjoying the discussion aspect of it, even though it was after school and we are tired on a Thursday. It went pretty well. So next question, what would you change? Maybe the location is something maybe next time I would do a little bit differently. The location wasn't ideal just because the lighting wasn't as good, and so I wanted to have a location where we had a big enough table, and honestly the table that we used was probably a little more crowded, and so maybe next time I would have a bigger space for us to use and spread out a little bit more. And so that would probably be one of the few things that I would change. What was revealed in this assignment about I think one of the big takeaways for me was that you can never discuss these topics or issues that go on in a school enough. You just can never. I mean, as much as I feel like I really knew the teachers that I was speaking to, there were things that came out that I honestly wasn't expecting to gain as much information from them as I end up doing. And so at the end of it, I kind of looked back, and I even told a couple of them, I was like, wow, I really actually got more information from you guys than I anticipated I would. So that was something that really revealed to me, like, it's good to sit down and just discuss topics with people. I see my mentor and my principal do it all the time. Anytime there are decisions to be made, they're always sitting down and speaking with the group of people, because all of the opinions, all of the feedback, all of the expertise that you have around you, it's one of the most valuable things that we have as leaders is all the people around you. So being able to sit down with a group of teachers and to gain information was really, really powerful, and that spoke a lot to me. And then the last thing is, how will this shape you as an administrator? I think I just hit on some of it, to really put together these focus groups often. As much as I can, grab a handful of teachers, leaders, parents, whoever it is, and really when we need to get feedback, to just sit down, discuss it, have some questions, and basically just reflect on those responses. So I was really, really pleased with the number of questions that we were able to get through. I was pleased with the relevance of the questions. Like I said, I think there was a real positive energy. The teachers seemed engaged. The feedback that I got on the surveys was all positive regarding the communication. They enjoyed the fact that we were on time with it. When you tell people, hey, we're going to be done at this time, it's pretty important that you try to be done at that time, because these people, they have lives. They have things that they're doing. So trying to be respectful of their time and considerate. So overall, really, really positive experience. I enjoyed it. I did take away a lot, and I look forward to being able to use a lot more focus groups in my career as I move forward, or even as a teacher. I mean, even as a teacher right now, just when there's questions, when there's topics that come up that I'm not real sure about, and I want to get some information, it's always good to just sit down with a group and discuss it, ask questions, get feedback. So very, very glad I was able to do it. Look forward to doing it more in my future.